Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside, and welcome to Esoteric Influences. I almost said somewhat Daily Tarot and Rune. Esoteric Influences for the 5th day of August, 2020. Well, a 5 is about change, and so we've got an 8 for the month, which is, I just think, the God tier, NT was, and the spiritual warrior within. In terms of leadership, we're sorely lacking in it, obviously, in the federal government, and it's such a bad thing right now. There's just nothing good about it. So we all know that, and in this 22-year, profound change is happening. So you've got magnified today by a 5 energy. 5 is also about protection, though. Think the pentagram and protection. But today, changes experienced could be quite profound. Be certain, though, that all measures are taken so that all concerned are protected and safe. Um, I don't know what you do if you're in a state where your kids are going back to school. Personally, I wouldn't send them, but then we ultimately pulled ours out and homeschooled. So, I mean, we're already of that mindset, but I don't know. I think, what did I read? The second day, and I can't remember now what school district this was in or even what state it was in. It might have been Georgia. I don't know. I think there was one high school maybe that they had to shut down again, or I know there was a second grade class that got quarantined because some of the kids came back with COVID. Oh my Lord. You know, and then apparently the death total it is what it is, right? Right? That's what he said. It is what it is. I use that expression. I'm not going to anymore. Yeah, I'm never going to say that again, in fact, because except maybe when if he ever gets tried at the Hague for crimes against humanity or something like that, or he ends up getting tried for whatever and convicted, then I suppose we can all collectively in this country say, yeah, dude, it is what it is, isn't it? Yeah, that's going to be the only other time I'm going to say that again, I think. Because that's just, in context with what's happening to people and how many people have died and what he's doing to risk our children now. Oh, good Lord. It is what it is. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's what happens when you are somebody that's incapable of empathy. It just is. It's just what happens. They can't summon it up to do anything more than that. Today, let's see. I guess we have I was, do we? Did I show that? What is today? Is today? No, today's the 5th. Yeah, Wednesday the 5th. Did I show this one yesterday? Oh, no, I know what it was. I chose this one yesterday. Oh, gosh, I got confused there. I drew this yesterday in Somewhat Daily Tarot and Rune. That's where it was. I do a different rune for that. I draw it as part of the reading, and it was I was. I'm thinking, wait a minute, I just had this. Did I take the wrong one yesterday? No, because yesterday we had Gebo. So today we have I was. Just like in yesterday's Somewhat Daily Tarot and Rune. It's like, oh, geez. I short-circuited there for a second. It's like, what did I do? Anyway, we have Laguz up and down, don't we? The flow of spirit. This is one of those as above, so below runes. So we have this flow of spirit into form and transmuting ego into spirit. Okay? I mean, ideally. We're talking about both the air and fire element today with I was, the connection between opposites, as above, so below again, the link between realms, trance work. It's also good for protection on this 5 energy day. But right now, with I was, trance work may prove helpful today as we go within and align in spirit. Offer healing from a trance or meditative state to all. We talked about this the last time we had this. Reiki masters do this all the time with distance healing. You can offer healing and blessings from a distance. All you have to do is go into, all you have to do is just turn your attention and do it. But it's helpful to go into a trance state or to at least align in your mind, body, spirit alignment, go into your still point, whatever you call it. Go into some kind of meditative state, or just find your quiet still point, and from that draw everything back to you, and then extend blessings and love and healing and all of that to everybody else in the world if you want to. You can do it. Everything is one, so everyone will feel it today, whether they acknowledge it or not. There'll be just a little extra cushion of love there for them to draw from today. So do that. We have the moon in Pisces right now, and so increased emotions, increased empathy, increased empathic ability. And empathy and empathic ability are not the same things, mind you. Okay, just know that. You can have a lot of empathy, but not be all that aware of the emotional resonance around you. You might not feel the energies, but you might be able to extend, empathy to others. So different kinds of empathic stuff happening right there. But in any event, you may experience an increase in emotions along with increased compassion for others. That's another thing with Pisces. If empathic, you may also need to take time for yourself today, should the collective emotional resonance become too much. Again, kids are going back to school. This is probably bringing up a lot of fear in moms and dads right now, and trying to wrap their heads around sending their little ones off when they don't know what's going to happen, right? They don't. So in any event, shield if necessary, but take the time you need to realign in spirit if you're an empath today, because it could be difficult today for you. The moon is in semi-square with Mars, and also Jupiter retrograde, and also Pluto retrograde. Suggests that tensions may arise around expressions of emotional intensity today. Use the retrograde movement of both Jupiter and Pluto, however, to explore how you set emotional boundaries, both within and without. Boundaries are a weird thing. You want to connect with people, but at the same time, you have to be careful how you do that. It's like the person that always wants to borrow something from you and they never return it, or if they do, you finally get it back and it's some weird experience because you have to ask for it. And then it's like, they get an attitude, and then you know how it goes. It's a boundary issue. When you have somebody that asks too many personal questions of you, especially a stranger, that's a boundary issue. People that think they know you well enough and they don't, that's a boundary issue from them. So whatever you're doing to express your own boundaries, perhaps in a way that's maybe a little intrusive, go within and take a look at that today. How you set those emotional boundaries from yourself, and then how you deal with those that are being set, or I guess in your direction, from others. Sometimes we give ourselves away because we don't know what to do in those situations. So someone asks a question that's too personal, instead of saying, wow, that's a little personal, I don't think I'm comfortable answering that. Instead, we feel like we have to answer it when we don't. I mean, seriously, we don't always know how to do that. And so today, with emotions in flux, it could be dicey. You might find yourself suddenly in the flow of someone else, and there you are, and you're gabbing away before you really even realize it. So stay present and stay focused on healthy boundaries today, both ones you extend to others and ones and how you deal with those from other people. Really important today, especially with the moon in Pisces. Down to the human design aspect of the reading, the channels of awareness, which again is higher self, messaging coming in, openness, the design of a social being, continue to be active along with the new addition of the channel of curiosity, which is the searcher, indicating a shared direction based upon a search for truth is going to probably happen today. Know that a collective change is in process, and that through equality, a new foundation based on benevolence and compassion can be built. Although dark forces imbue the current authority with cruelty and greed, it's time that we set a new course with magnanimity and resolve today. So, lofty things going on today. So, set your sights high, remain in balance, keep your boundaries where they need to be, and respond appropriately to others if they can't seem to do so. Again, if you're an empath, You know, you might have to shield a little bit, or at least go into your alignment and sort of sever some energetic channels with other people that you've set out there. Remember, you agree to them. You either start them or you agree to them, and you can always dissolve them. And using the just Laguz, one side of I was, you can use Laguz there to as a magical net to pull back your energy to you. Uh, but in any event, just allow spirit to inform your day, and you should do well. So anyhow, have a wonderful day, you guys. I'm going to go do the somewhat daily tarot and rune thing now, and look for both of these to go up on the blog on the side panel. And you still have time to sign up for the newsletter. I do a week's version of the Esoteric Influences, other than the more detailed human design stuff. I do talk about changes that happen in terms typically of the north and south nodes of the moon, because they stay in one spot for a long time and then suddenly they'll move. And so I talk about that, and also about the channels that are active for the week. But the detailed stuff I save for this, and also for the write-up I do on the blog. So in any event, I'm going to go do this somewhat daily tarot and rune now. Thanks a lot for watching, and be good to yourself, be good to one another. Wear a mask if you go out or around anyone, no matter where you are, inside or out, and blessed be.